Hi, welcome to the Milonguero style video. I'm Rebecca, this is Daniel. The word Milonguero has a sort of a broad definition. Milonguero, first of all, means person who goes to the milongas. The milongas are the social dance halls of Buenos Aires, where people go to dance tango and milonga and waltz. And a milonguero is a person who frequents those dance halls. It's a milonguero if it's a man, or a milonguera if it's a woman. And the word milonguero implies something more than just that they go to those dance halls now and then. It implies that their lifestyle is caught up in that going to the milongas and being at the milongas and dancing there. It implies that they go regularly, whether it's once a week or every night, whether they go to one club, which is their favorite club, or whether they go to all of them, that they meet their friends there, that's where a lot of their socializing is done, that they know people there, that it's part of their routine and also part of their passion is to go to the milongas. A milonguero, also the word implies that a milonguero is not a professional dancer, that you could make a contrast between a milonguero and a bailarín, or a milonguero and a professional tango dancer. The milonguero is somebody who just dances tango for the love of the dance and perhaps for the social atmosphere of the milongas.
What we know about this milonguero style that we're about to show you is that in the heyday of the tango in the 1940s and in the 50s, when social dancing happened all over the city of Buenos Aires, there were distinct styles of dancing that belonged both to distinct neighborhoods and also to distinct clubs. And in a general way, the dance that we're about to show you is a dance that's danced very close between two people. And this dance is more an expression of the singles scene in Argentina and of the clubs that were a little bit more on the wildlife side, the nightlife in the center of the city. And the salon style that you've seen in our other videos, and where the partners have a slightly more respectful space between them, is a dance that is from the neighborhoods where people knew each other, and where there were families, and where there were children, and where there were married couples that went to the dances, and where the code of social behavior at the dance was stricter. The closer that the frame between the two bodies is, then the bigger the change in how we use our feet. When we dance in an open position, we can stand on our own axis, very straight and very tall, and we can dance with a much cleaner technique for the lower body that involves a lot of twist in the waist, and we can sacrifice a little bit the relationship between the upper bodies as we dance our various techniques. So let's stop here in an ocho, and you can see that we both are slightly changed on the top in order that our footwork can be clean. In a milonguero style tango, where the bodies are so close together that they become like one body, then in this position the footwork changes and becomes just a little bit sloppier. And that facilitates a much cleaner style of body contact. And that's the that's one of the issues that we'll deal with in this video as we teach you the changes that are necessary in order to be able to keep your bodies this close together while you dance.
A lot of the things we know about the Milonguero style are from stories that are difficult to verify. But one idea that we heard about how the close embrace of this style developed has to do with the size of the clubs. In the 40s, there supposedly were lots of huge, enormous tango clubs that were sometimes the size of a city block and had huge dance floors that allowed hundreds or even thousands of couples to be dancing at the same time. And the vocabulary of the dance and the embrace was determined by how much space everybody had. In the 50s, when rock and roll music came to Argentina and people started dancing swing, they didn't need as much space. Swing is a dance danced on a spot. And so the tango also changed because the size of the clubs changed. Clubs got smaller, and when people had less space, they started to dance closer. The embrace got smaller, and the dance turned in on itself, became rounder, and took up less room. No matter what style of Argentine tango social dance you're dancing, the lead and follow works like this. The leader moves his upper body somewhere, and the follower stays in front of him. So if he moves to the side, I'll stay in front of him by going around him or moving to the side. I try and keep my upper body in front of his. When we dance in an open frame, we also have our arms. Can you show this? We have this hand here, this whole connection, this arm around my back, this hand on his shoulder, and all of these things can support what he's telling me, what he's communicating to me by moving his chest. So I try and stay in front of him, and ideally that's enough to lead me through a tango, but additional leads, complementary leads can be given with our hands and arms. In a closed frame, in a Milonguero frame, we don't have our arms anymore. We don't use our arms at all to lead. This arm, my left arm, goes all the way around him, so I have no part of my arm on his arm where I can pick up a signal. His arm around my back isn't going to do anything to lead me. It's just going to hold me close, just to make an embrace. He doesn't move his hands on my back to lead an ocho or anything. This hand out here is elegant in a large open position, but again, it doesn't push on me or pull or anything. The connection is very light. The whole embrace in Milonguero style is light. It's not tense. The lead, therefore, that I'm following when I follow Daniel is just this, just that I stick to him and I stay in front of him. And if he moves to the side, I go with him. Can you take a side step? So I go with him. If I have my left foot free and he moves to the side again, he ends up leading an ocho. So he brings his feet together and he moves to the side. In order to stay in front of him, I have to do an ocho. He doesn't have to turn me or twist me or anything else to get me to do the ocho. He doesn't even have to turn his chest. A lot of times when we teach this style, we find that people are amazed by how little they have to do in order to lead ochos or to lead a turn. You don't have to turn here, you just have to go a little bit side to side. Very little movement up here results in a big long step for me down here.
Of course, that depends on the two of us wanting to be together. So there has to be a kind of a desire expressed in our upper bodies to stay together. And that is what replaces the necessity to use your arms. If occasionally you feel yourself losing your partner, then you can use your arm around his shoulder or your arm around her back to pull yourself back into place a little bit. But the better you get at this dance, the less you have to do that. A lot of people talk about what they see when they see the Milonguero style from the outside. And what they see is they see two people leaning their bodies on each other. Now, to some extent, that's true, because this desire for the two of our upper bodies to come together results in a very intentional and a very obvious sense of the other person coming forward into your body. Yet, on the other hand, it is not a lean where you completely lose your balance on the other person. It is not a lean where you depend on the other person completely for your support. In order to understand that, what you might want to do is stand up straight, and let's stay in profile. Stand up straight, and then rather than leaning your bodies towards each other, in which case you'd fall towards each other, what you do is you sneak your feet back. That sneaking of your feet back results in a poise forward. So both of our bodies are poised forward. We both have slightly bent knees so that we're on balance and so that we're ready to dance. And that's the position that we bring to each other that results in our bodies being close, but our feet having room to dance.
I'd like to talk a little bit about these arms. First, something about the right arm. He opens his right arm to show off that he's not using it to lead. So he'll dance a few phrases like this, and then he'll close his arm again. It's not only an affectation, it's probably a good exercise. Take your hand off your partner's back and see if the lead is still as strong and clear. Something about my left arm, what I do is, in this embrace, without pulling my shoulder out of its alignment, I reach my arm around my partner in an uninhibited way, and my hand arrives somewhere on the other side of his body. So what I do with my hand here will sometimes vary in this video. Sometimes I have my palm facing out like this. Maybe my fingers are curled around because I'm using this kind of embrace inward. Sometimes my palm is facing inward, or sometimes it's down on his shoulder. To me, this whole side of the Milonguero style embrace is very natural, and it's like giving somebody a hug. When you go to give somebody a hug, you're not maybe you're not so concerned how your hand ends up touching their body. It's not something precise. It's just something expressive, something where you draw the person towards you and hold them.
Dancing the Milonguero style in this finished frame is not the easiest thing to learn how to do. And often what will happen is that while you're dancing, your feet will come back underneath you, which is your typical way of moving, and the feet will then start to collide with your partner's feet. So establishing this balance where you poise forward with your upper bodies and embrace each other, while at the same time dancing the Milonguero steps that require you to keep your upper bodies together, require an intermediate practice position. And for that, we have the following position. The follower takes their forearms and puts their forearms on the chest of the leader. The leader then embraces the back of the follower with his arms. However, neither the follower's arms on the chest nor the leader's arms in an embrace are trying to do anything. What we do is simply take that forward poise by bringing our feet back out from under us. And then we establish a balance with each other that gives us a little bit more room to make a mistake. And it also allows us to start to feel the places where we will move our bodies and get out of balance.
A common question is whether I'm leaning on Daniel and whether I'm pulling down on him. Sometimes it looks as if I'm draping myself this way on him. That is not happening at all. I'm trying not to put any pressure downward on Daniel. Any pressure is forward into each other's chests, not down through my arm. So the same way that he can take his right arm off of my back if he wants to, I should be able to take my left arm off of his back while I'm dancing. And dance just with this pressure forward. Men, you got to take your rib cage forward. You can't accomplish this style dancing back like this. Your chest has to be out and proud, and your chest is what will be sending the messages of the communication to your follower. It's an intrinsic part of the embrace. The embrace in Milonguero style exaggerates both the chest coming forward and the arms coming around. So it's two things that are sort of opposite to each other. This kind of feeling and this embracing around your partner. Both of those things are important. Your chest is supporting your partner. Yeah?
The better you get at that, then the smaller the leads become. So you're in the center of the circle, your partner does the figures around you. And essentially, when you're good at this, the lead is very small and it results in a big movement on the part of your follower's feet.
If you're going to lean forward a little bit or put pressure forward, you don't want to do it just by breaking in your waist here, just by sending your upper body forward. You want to try and make a line that goes from your toes all the way up. And getting your toes back away from your partner can sometimes make you feel like you're putting too much weight on your partner. One thing that helps that is to bend your knees a little bit. Bending your knees not only makes you more ready to go anywhere, it also absorbs some of the weight of your body downward into the floor.
Let's talk a little bit more about the changes in the technique for the follower when we dance this Milonguero style. First, let's talk about ochos. Let's talk about back ochos. In the tango that we have taught you on our previous instructional videos, when a partner does back ochos, they turn their feet to face in a line as if they were walking along a circle. In this new style, with the body close to me, now the ochos still reach for the circle, but in this case, she doesn't turn as much her waist because she can't. She turns her waist as much as she can, but she allows the foot to be a little bit sloppier as it gets to the place where she needs to be for the next step in the ocho.
So I keep my chest on him, my hips towards him, and therefore my toes have to face him too. So if I do an ocho, it's going to look like this. If I do a series of back ochos, each ocho, my toes land still facing my partner. And because I'm not turning, I'm not pivoting, for example here on my right foot, I'm not pivoting and then reaching back in a calm and controlled manner. Because I'm not pivoting, I'm almost falling onto this step. I don't want to say falling with a negative connotation. Falling can be good if it's done at the right moment, right in the music, and right where your partner puts you. So maybe instead of falling, I might say swinging. I'm swinging this foot around and into place. And at the last second, I fall very softly into my new step. I think it's easiest to practice the forward ocho in a structure like this. If Daniel were going to lead me in forward ochos in a traditional, in an open frame, or in this, which is just a practice position, they'd look like this, a series of forward ochos. I walk smoothly from one step to the next. We don't have enough room and enough, we don't have enough room to do something like this in this position. If I tried to do a series of forward ochos, I'd have to twist too much and I'd start to fall onto each step. So instead of doing forward ochos, in the Milonguero style, we just don't do a series of forward ochos at all. What we do is what we call an ocho milonguero, a Milonguero style ocho, which is not one step but three. It's like this. It's here, here, and here. And then on the other side, here, here, and here. I rock to the side, back in place, and I cross in front. I go to the side, I step in place, and I cross in front. To the side, in place, and I cross in front. And this crossing in front is where you're going to be tempted to turn in the direction that you're going to step. And you have to instead, I feel like when I do these ochos, when I cross in front, I'm actually leading with my heel. It's my heel is the part of my foot that's entering the space first, rather than my toe. So that's one change. My heel goes in, here I rock to the side, and instead of my toe, it's my heel that enters the space. And I land crossing with this foot still stuck behind me before I open to the side. I have to land on a bend to knee, or I simply won't have room. So this knee bends so that I can cross it in front. Also, when you're practicing this dance, you want to try dancing the whole dance, keeping your feet just skimming over the floor. So your shoes can brush the floor. You should be able to dance everything in this style with your shoes touching the floor. And when I speak about swinging your leg or falling onto your next foot, that swing is not up in the air and then down into the floor. You're not falling downward so much as falling around your partner, swinging out and falling around your partner. So it's a more of a horizontal or circular movement. Later on, when you begin to add little double time rhythms and these checks where you want to mark the quick quicks in the rhythm, you want to pick your feet up off the floor and put them down again. But you will have already trained your body and trained your legs by keeping your feet on the floor in how to move smoothly and how to land softly.
All of this new technique will come together for you when we put it in the context of a Milonguero style basic step. That Milonguero style basic step is going to be a transformation of a basic step that you're familiar with from the other tango that you have learned. Let's take a look at it. It is a basic step where, in the course of a walk to the cross, you lead back ochos, forward ochos, and finish. In the Milonguero style, we're going to change all three parts of this, the back ochos, the forward ochos, and the finish. We're also going to change the structure of the walk itself to the cross, and let's do that first. Instead of walking in parallel feet with my partner, instead of walking in opposite or mirrored feet with my partner as she goes to the cross, I'm going to play a syncopated change or a rhythmic change with her. And I'm going to take 2 steps to her first step. Take her second step with her. Give her 2 steps to my third step. And then come in together on the beginning of the closing, which is her 5th step. Here, in a traditional tango, we would close the feet that we are leaving here, and then I would take a back step and she would take a forward step to take another basic step. Let's show you that. We would close our feet, step back, and begin again. Well, let's begin again. In the Milonguero style, I take 2 steps to her first step. Then she answers me with 2 steps. And then in this close, we're going to change it. And we're going to do something that the Argentines call a balanceo. And we are going to rock side, go back where we came from before we step back. This produces a basic step that will be quite interesting to those of you who are foxtrotters out there, because it produces a rhythmic change in the movement of the basic step that one might describe with quicks and slows like this. I do a quick, quick, slow to my partner's 2 slows. She does a quick, quick, slow to my 2 slows. And then we do a quick, quick, slow together. So for the basic step, we'll have a rhythmic pattern of quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, where I do the quicks, then she does the quicks, and then we do the quicks. My quicks, her quicks, our quicks. My quicks, her quicks, our quicks. My quicks, her quicks, our quicks. Quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. I do the quicks, she does the quicks, we do the quicks. Okay. To this structure of a basic step, we are now going to add back ochos and forward ochos. In the first case, for the back ochos, I'm going to do my first quick, quick to her first step. Quick, quick, which sets up a position that we call crossed feet for this back ocho of Rebecca's. Instead of walking forward to take her along the way on the basic step, I rock to the side and I ask her to take an ocho in front of me. So we are now walking in crossed feet in a rhythm of slows. Slow, 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 slow. If I finish on my left foot and my partner's left foot, then our right feet are ready to go right back to where we were in the basic step, which is where she does the quicks. Quick, quick. And then we can finish with our quicks. Quick, quick, slow. So for back ochos, you have a basic step that's going to look like this, and we are only going to do 2 back ochos. The rhythm of the step will be my quicks, slow, slow, her quicks, quick, quick, slow. So it's quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. Now let's create a basic step that uses forward ochos at the place where the follower crosses. In this situation, the forward ochos, because they have these 3 steps that we spoke about before, become a pattern of quicks and slows, quick, quick, slow, for the follower. So in this case, we'll take the basic step and we'll use my quicks, bum, 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 to get us to crossed feet. And then we'll use Rebecca's 2 quicks to get her to the cross. Quick, quick. And now we're going to replace this slow with the first of Rebecca's quicks. So I have to check her movement, and I have to lead her to do a quick, quick, slow, which produces a movement it produces a result that is like a forward ocho in the tango that we have learned before. Now, to lead the next forward ocho, I swing her to the side, check her movement, and bring her back in front of me, and that produces another quick, quick, slow. And from this position, we return to the balanceo, slow, quick, quick, slow. So to do the whole figure in rhythm, we get a figure that looks like this. Quick, quick, slow, quick, 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 slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow.
Sometimes, in the moments when, either in the forward ochos or in the balanceo, at the finish of the basic step, there's a place where Daniel will check my movement and make me replace my foot in the same place. In those moments, I have a choice. Sometimes I feel like it's completely voluntary, and sometimes I feel like one will work better than the other. And the choice is this. When he leads, for example, a forward ocho, an ocho milonguero, he leads a side step and then this foot to replace and then a forward step. And we're going to keep calling that rhythm quick, quick, slow, like this. Quick, quick, slow. But my choice is, sometimes I don't have to pick up this foot at all. I can just step out here and then step back here. And it's the same structure, side and forward, instead of side, replace, forward. The fact that I pick up this foot and put it down again in the same place, I can just omit that step. And the rhythm turns out equivalent. Instead of seeing quick, quick, slow, you'll see slow, slow. In fact, I have to pass my weight over this foot, whether I replace it or not. And so we're going to keep calling that rhythm quick, quick, slow. It's sort of an artistic choice, whether to pick up your foot there or not.
We could also put both of these basic steps together, in which case we would have a basic step that begins quick, quick, slow, 2 back ochos on the slows, quick, 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 slow, quick, quick, slow, 2 forward ochos, followed by a balanceo, slow, quick, quick, slow. So these are going to be our 4 basic steps. A basic step that is rhythm change for the leader and the follower from parallel to crossed feet and back to parallel with a balanceo. The same step adding back ochos. The same step adding forward ochos, or ochos milonguero. And the same step adding back and forward ochos within the same structure. So we're going to put on a little bit of music that has a nice steady beat, and we will dance these 4 basic steps for you in sequence several times. A plain basic step with a rhythm change and a balanceo, adding only back ochos, adding only forward ochos, and adding back and forward ochos.
Okay, here we go. When I do a grapevine turn, I have, instead of my feet pointing forward in the forward step, and then squaring off in the side step, and then swiveling to point back in the back step, and then squaring off with all this turn in my waist, I want to keep my hips facing my partner, so I have to do this. Let's say here I'm going to take a forward step. I fold this way, so that instead of like this, I'm facing my partner with my feet. On the side step, the side is the same. Here I swing around the back, like a back ocho, and my feet are facing my partner. And on the side step, the same. So I have a grapevine that looks something like this. I can show it to you far away from my partner, just for this video, but it's actually something that this close embrace obliges me to dance this way. I feel like there's a certain swing in the grapevine all the way around. You can maybe feel it the most on the back step, because the back step you can let swing out away from you in a little bit of a half a circle before it reaches the ground on the other side. So you'll feel the swing of your leg pulling your body around, and in fact that's good because it helps the turn happen. It helps me turn my partner. It helps, when he leads a turn, it helps us get around. So my leg coming out here helps pull us around, and you'll see that in action later. Then the side step is the same, and the front step is this way. This is something that you can practice. Well, we could practice it, the two of us doing the grapevine. Let's say we start with a back step, and we try and face each other the whole time. Now we're both doing the follower's part, both doing the woman's part, and we're practicing the turn.
Here on the forward step, you want to make sure that when you land on your forward step that you don't land inside the circle, thereby closing off the circle from your partner. You want to make sure that your step lands far enough away from your partner that you maintain your distance.
That's right. There's a certain distance that your toes have to stay away from your partner in all the steps, and so you want to avoid the temptation to creep in under yourself.
Let's move on and add right and left turns at a basic level. Before we do that, in order to understand the finishes of these beginning turns that we're going to dance, one needs to take another look at the basic step with the forward ocho and understand that in an open tango, there's a very familiar moment that happens at the end of a forward ocho to return to a basic step. It happens here, and it feels like the follower returns to the position of the cross in the basic step in order to walk out. It's a very familiar position. You see it a lot of times in tango. Most people have learned it as beginners. So this should be a familiar moment to you. In the Milonguero style tango, when we replace the forward ochos with the ocho milonguero, it may be hard for you to see that in fact we return to the same moment. It happens here. She dances an ocho milonguero and then an ocho milonguero, that's her second ocho, and this position is the position of the cross from which we can return to the balanceo. That's the same position from which we will end our basic right and left turns. The basic right turn we will take from the first ocho milonguero. To give you an idea of what I'm talking about, what we do in an open position is we walk our partner to her cross. We lead a forward ocho. We lead a side step, a back step, a side step. And on the next forward ocho, we add a forward ocho. We find this position, this familiar position, go back to the cross, and leave. There are many, many ways that men adorn that basic turn in an open tango, and we're not going to talk about them right now. What we're going to do is we're going to lead our partner, this time, in the exact same turn, but replace the forward ochos with ocho milonguero. So we walk to the cross, and here, instead of a forward ocho, there's a check and an ocho milonguero. Then there's a side step, then there's a back ocho, a side step, and a forward ocho. Here I want to add a forward ocho to close, but instead of adding a forward ocho to close, like in a regular tango, I add an ocho milonguero, which makes it look like I've started a side step, but I have not, because I don't let her weight get there. I bring her back, and it becomes a forward ocho, bringing us back to this position that allows us to end our dance.
You have to understand something about the restrictions of the vocabulary in this style of dancing. We don't dance every possible step known to the Argentine tango when we dance this style. Our vocabulary is limited by the embrace. And as we said before, we don't do a series of forward ochos, nor can we do an ocho directly out of the cross. So in this step, instead of crossing and taking my foot forward immediately into a forward ocho, I'm obligated to open to the side and then cross in front if I want to get to an equivalent place. I can't just directly go to a forward ocho. Same thing at the end. I have to do the ocho milonguero. It's impossible to lead a series of forward ochos.
Let's try and finish our right turn. We now know that the follower's footwork is that she's taken to the cross, she's led in an ocho milonguero forward, a side step, a back step, a side step, a forward step, an ocho milonguero, and a balanceo. Now, what does the leader do inside of the follower's step? The leader has two quicks at the beginning of the basic. The leader allows the follower to cross using her quicks. Here, the leader joins the follower for the quicks. Done. And as she lands on her forward ocho, the leader has landed on the leader's left foot, leaving the leader's right foot free. Now, the leader is going to walk through the side step. And then, as the follower does her backside front, the leader is going to walk 3 small steps forward. 1, 2, 3. Putting the leader's left on his left foot, putting the leader's weight on his left foot, which is a preparation for being on the left foot, turning the body to the left to lead the ocho milonguero, bringing my partner back, putting my weight on my right foot, and then finishing with a balanceo. Once again, the leader's step inside of the follower's step. Let's do this one time in the practice position. I take 2 steps to her first step on the basic. I allow her to take 2 steps to my 1 step to get to the cross. I join her in a quick, slow to prepare my left foot, to prepare my weight on my left foot. I walk through her with my right foot on her side step. I take 3 short steps, left, right, left, around her. My weight is on my left foot. Now I must take my right foot and move it just slightly out of her way, along with the turn of my body that leads the ocho milonguero. So I turn my body, my foot moves, and I bring her back in front of me, because I know that that's where I want her to go, and as I do, I change my weight to my right foot, leaving my left foot free to finish the step. Let's put some music on and dance this figure for you in the appropriate timing.
One thing for the followers, a detail, this close from ocho milongueros back into a walk is common enough that it's worth talking about this detail. After this last ocho, when we do the ocho milonguero, and then Daniel steps out forward with his left, my right foot is trailing from where it is from the last ocho into a back step. And instead of closing and then putting it back, I'm just gonna let it curve out behind me like this. And often, not every time, but often, it'll be the outside edge of my shoe that makes that curve until I arrive in place.
Now let's try a basic left turn. The ending of the left turn feels the same, but the preparation is not the same. If we're turning to the right, we have to add a forward ocho and bring our partner back to the left in order to finish. When we're turning to the left, we're already there, so we don't need to add any ocho. Also, turning to the left, we'll start at the same place that we started our turn to the right. We noticed that in your turn to the right, the skill that was really essential was after the ocho milonguero, was to be able to walk forward with my right foot in the side step, and then to walk my 3 little steps forward before I reach the end of the step. Now I have to find the same situation on the left side, and I'm going to find it right away at the follower's cross. So I'm going to dance a basic step. And as my partner crosses right here, my left foot is free. All I have to do is turn my body to the left. My partner reads that and opens a side step. This is the place where I walk my left foot through. I walk my left foot through, and now I have to walk 3 little steps around my partner, turning left as she does backside front. 1, 2, 3. And right there, that front step that she took is the preparation for the ending, or the balanceo. Now, the 3 steps that I walk change because I'm turning to the left and because I want to exit going forward. When I take when I take the turn to the right, I step forward with my right foot and I walk 3 small steps forward, left, right, left, and then I'm prepared to finish my turn to the right, come back to the left, and step forward to finish. This forward step to the finish I prepare by changing the direction of my body. When I'm turning to the left, I'm not going to have time to change the direction of my body. So I change it in those 3 little steps. I take my partner with my left foot, and I walk 3 little steps, not forward to the left, but turning my back to the direction that I'm going. So I walk forward with my left, I start to turn, I walk back with my right, and now I'm ready with my left foot to walk forward in the direction of my partner's finish. So while the rhythm is the same and the concept is the same, the turn will look and feel quite different. So I walk 2 steps to my partner's 1, I set up a basic step. I walk 1 step with my partner, I let her cross. And now I must lead a side step with a turn of my body to the left as I step forward with my left foot. Now this involves a lot of twist. My upper body is twisting left, and my lower body is moving inside of her step. I put my weight on it, and I step 1, 2, 3 little steps, and I'm prepared to walk back to the balanceo. Let's put the music on and show you the left turn. In dancing the turns to the right and the left, you keep in mind that in the moment where you do a sacada or a take of the follower's side step with your right leg turning to the right or with your left leg turning to the left, that you are taking a step that prepares you to do 3 quick little steps. Those 3 quick little steps are the forward progression of the leader around the turn, or the grapevine of the follower in receiving that turn, and her step is backside front. So in the case of the right turn, you have quick, quick, slow, quick, 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 slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow.
It's like I have a side step that's slow, and in that side step I begin to prepare my back step. My back step swings out and pulls us around, and when it lands with momentum because I'm going into a quick step. So it lands, let's say I'm going the other way. It lands, and I'm going into a quick. So I can really use the swing of that back step, really kind of go for it, and let it take us around into the next step, which is going to be quick. So it's quick, and then I land, I kind of fall into place on the forward step, which is the next slow, and kind of grounds us.
Let's see it to the left. Quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. Do a little variation on a right turn where you come out of the balanceo and go to the right. So I do a basic step. Quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow. I'm in the position after the check of the first ocho milonguero. Let me start again here. I'm in the position after what would have been her first ocho milonguero had we stopped at the cross. So all I have to do is pull her into a forward step, slow, and I have prepared a right turn. Slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. I'll try and dance the whole thing through. Quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. That gives us 2 variations of a right turn and 1 variation of a left turn at the end of the basic step. Now let's try and dance our right and left turns at the beginning of the basic step. To do the turns at the beginning of the basic step, we change the basic step back to a parallel basic in this position. If we are going to turn to the right, what we want to find is this position so that we can complete the right turn from the same orientation that we found the right turn at the end of the basic step. But it's going to take us a few steps to get there. And these are the steps. Slow, slow, we're going to turn our partner into a back ocho and lead backside front. And as we do, we're going to step on our left foot. Backside front. So we do take a swivel on our left foot. And now she's prepared to do a side step, and I can step through her, and we go slow, quick, quick, slow, and finish the turn the same way we did at the end of the basic step. Let's take a look at that again. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. For the left turn at the beginning of the basic step, we use the same position of parallel feet on the second step of the basic, but we're going to take off with a quick, quick, slow right from that position. So we're going to go slow, quick, quick, slow, which has prepared us with our left foot to take the side step of our partner slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. And then the end of the turn is the same as the turn as it was when we took off at the end of the basic step, or at the end of the walk to the cross. Each of the beginnings of the turns at the beginning of the basic step can become an entire figure of their own by removing the turn that we learned before in this way. So these are shortened versions. Slow, slow, quick, quick, slow, ocho milonguero, balanceo. That's for the right turn. For the left turn, slow, quick, quick, slow, balanceo. Quick, quick, slow. So now you have 4 versions of a turn, 2 to the right and 2 to the left, at the very beginning of the basic step.
Now we're going to dance these 4 turns, 2 to the left and 2 to the right, for you with the music.
Now we're going to add one last piece of vocabulary for you, and it is one of the more difficult pieces of vocabulary. In fact, it's very, very difficult to dance on a social dance floor. It's easier to dance when you practice together. But once you get the hang of it, it's a very delightful way to use the tango in a way that's very distinctive to this style of milonguero dancing. And this is called the back corrida. To understand the back corrida, let's pick it up from the balanceo. So we walk a basic step towards the camera. We do our balanceo here. And in this moment, we're going to bring our partner, outside partner, and the way that we do that is by turning our body just slightly to the right, and for the first time, adding a little bit of a mark with the right arm, holding my partner closer to me so that she can't interpret this turn to the right as being the lead for a back ocho. So as I turn to the right, I tell her to go forward with my arm. That's all the lead that I need with the arm. Now, I'm walking forward, I'm walking backwards and she's walking forward. And to start to understand how this, this back corrida works, let's walk in a straight line until I catch us on my right foot and her left, and finish with a balanceo. So let's take a look at that again. Basic step, balanceo, back corrida, check, balanceo. Basic step, balanceo, back corrida, check, balanceo. Good. This is an exercise that prepares you for the movement of the step. Now let's prepare ourselves for the rhythm of the step. For the rhythm of the step, we need to change this balanceo, we need to change this back corrida rhythmically. And it involves 2 changes, therefore 2 exercises. I want to pay attention to my partner's feet. I lead her to the cross. I pick up the balanceo And right here, at the end of the balanceo, she's going to be walking forward with her right foot. I want to let her take that step with her right foot, and then I want to lead a quick, quick, slow with her left foot. Quick, quick, slow, and pick up my balanceo. Bum, gun, gun, gun. The second exercise will be to pick up the quick, quick, slow with her right foot after 2 steps. So, I do the basic step, balanceo, 1, 2, quick, quick, slow, slow, quick, quick, slow.
Again?
Let's do it again. Basic step, balanceo, 2 steps, a quick, quick, slow, another step, and a balanceo. Okay. Now, having done those 2 exercises, we now come to the step. The step is from the balanceo, we want to do a back corrida that curves with my turning to my left. Curves this way. And then a balanceo. Next, we want to do that same back corrida from the balanceo. Dun, 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 dun. Only this time we want to curve, turning to my right. And finish with a balanceo. Now we want to take those curves, turning to my left and turning to my right, and we want to add the syncopations. So when the curve, when I leave the balanceo and I want to curve turning to my left, I have to remember to start the syncopation with my partner's foot that's on the inside of the turn. In this case, it would be her left foot. So I take a slow, quick, quick, slow, and I'm ready to do the balanceo. Bum, 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 bum. Or if I'm going to take the turn turning to my right, if I'm going to curve the back corrida turning to my right, then I leave the balanceo, bum, 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 and I have to take an extra step. Bum, keep track of the fact that this time it's my partner's right leg that's on the inside of the turn, and lead a quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, take an extra step, and leave with the balanceo. So now I have a back corrida that turns to my left, curving to my right, and I have a balanceo that leaves turning to my right, curving to my left, and I can syncopate. In either of those turns, I can do a double time with my partners and my feet walking backwards. At the end of both of these corridas, I will find the turns that we have been working on. So I have a balanceo, I have a back corrida that turns to my left. I find her left foot for the syncopation, bum, 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 and here I lead a side step, and instead of taking my right foot back, I replace the balanceo with my left turn, and then finish with the balanceo. Take that whole figure again. So this is the complete figure, back corrida to a left turn. A left turning back corrida to a left turn. Basic step. Balanceo. Double time. Left turn. Balanceo. Now let's build the right turn the same way. So I have a basic step, balanceo, back corrida, take an extra step, build the syncopation with my partner's right foot, bum, 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 take her to the side, and begin a right turn, bum, bum, Finish with an ocho milonguero and a balanceo. Same step, balanceo, back corrida, right turn, ocho milonguero, balanceo, and we've finished.
That was great that I can say something to the followers about the way I use my legs and my knees, in particular, in this part. And we could dance maybe in this practice position so you can see. When I walk, my job as a follower, one of my tasks, is to keep my toes the same distance from his that they start out. So I have to keep my legs back, but not too far back. I have to gauge this distance and then keep it the same. So as he walks forward, I have to reach back with this leg a long line, a step that is adjustable in size depending on how long his step is, but it's usually going to be this leg reaching back long and this leg staying forward and staying bent. So my weight is over my front foot, and that helps to give the illusion that I'm leaning more than I am. In fact, it's just my back leg that's reaching out behind me. I still have weight over my front foot, and this knee is quite bent. Here's the cross. Here's the balanceo. I stay away from him. And here, when I walk forward, I also want to keep my forward foot bent. Because I'm walking forward, it feels a little different. It feels like instead of that I'm reaching, it feels like I let my body come forward, and only at the last moment do I take the step, and the step lands a little bit short. The common tendency, hang on a second, is for the follower to take too long a step and to step under herself, under her partner on the forward steps. We're going to demonstrate for you the salidas and the back corridas, finishing with balanceos and finishing with turns to music. Then reads slow, slow, quick, quick, slow. That's my steps. Those are the steps that I walk. But I'm listening to the music, and I hear not just the slow beats that I'm walking, I hear the quick beats in between. And so I might adorn like this. I might go quick, 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 slow. So I'm doing little tiny stops with my foot from here to here, from here to here, that mark the double time in the music. Again, quick, 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 slow. Little games of the foot. Another embellishment that I do, if we can start one step sooner, in other words, from the end of the previous balanceo. If we do a balanceo and then we end here, I often will put my foot here on this side before we do the side step. I feel the side step coming and I move my foot across behind me. And I do that also on a quick, quick. So if we start with a back step, just to show this series, it's quick, 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 quick. Some of those quicks are steps and some of them are just adornments.
We're going to dance a demonstration for you. You have had all of the basic elements of the Milonguero style tango that we teach. You've had basic steps in various variations. You've had right and left turns at the beginnings and in the middle of the basic step. And you've had back corridas to the right and left, both as corridas and with turns. Now, as you watch us dance, you'll notice that there are still more variations and still more subtle embellishments that each individual dancer adds to their style of dancing, the Milonguero style, as with any other style of Argentine tango. You can try and pick those up off the video, or you can invent new ones of your own.